guys, and welcome back to episode 9 of Pistol Pete's Training. Today's episode we're going to be tackling a question sent in by Dean down in Christchurch. Dean asks, how is he able to stay positive and focused even when you're facing big life challenges? Now, this is a really useful one for not just in the sales side, but how to adapt and separate your life in general, because there's so many different aspects to our lives that there's never going to be one moment where they're all going perfect. So this one's going to be a nice, short and quick and easy one after a long episode last week. So we're going to jump onto the board and talk a little bit more about it. So guys, as we were saying, in life there's so many different areas of our lives that can affect us during the day. So to keep it really simple, I've just picked 4 of the most common. We have work at the top, we have relationships. So this can be with partners or with friends and family. We have finance, our incomes, and we also have health. So when we go out and about, what you have to learn to do is segment your life. Now, I'm sure you might be the person at one point in your life where if one of these areas was going bad, you felt like your whole life was collapsing. You always have those people, and I'm sure you've got those friends that if one area of their life isn't going so well, everything's going awful. Yeah, but it's not the case, and what we need to do is learn to do what we call segmentation. If we can segment our lives into different areas, what we can do is learn to focus on the ones that are going correct. So, for example, if work is going great, relationships going great, finance is going great, but health isn't, if we focus on the health, what's going to happen where focus goes, energy flows and it expands and fills our brain, because that's where our focus is. So if we're thinking about our bad health, what happens is that expands. What it does is it actually floods our brain with negativity and actually then breaks over the border and actually affects our work, our relationships and our finance, because we're thinking in such a negative mindset. As we saw in episode 8, it obviously makes a massive difference on what we see and the opportunities we see. So what you want to learn to do is actually segment out when the areas are going bad, learn to accept that, but instead focus in on the areas that are going well. So for example, in sales, obviously Dean was sending the question in on related to sales. When you're facing challenges in life, whether that be in relationships or in your finance, and you want to make sure that your work still performs really well, what you want to do is look at areas that are going well. If your health is better than it's ever been before, maybe you're getting into sport and fitness, then focus on that. Because what's going to happen is that's going to expand, and that positive energy you take, what you can do is learn to transfer that into the other areas when you're there. So you can transfer that into work and use that positive energy while you're at work to get the best results. Now, a lot of people always say, well, obviously as a human, when something happens to me, when it's some stuff is real serious and you do need to obviously take that time, and I absolutely agree. Ignoring the negative emotions and just hiding and burying away can obviously lead to massive problems. But what you need to do is learn when to deal with those issues. So if there is relationship issues, don't take that out when you're in the work environment. It's not going to affect both. It's going to actually make it worse, because then you're going to have problems at work. What you choose to do is learn when to actually focus on these problems and then sort them. So don't ignore them. You can, some of them, they do disappear, but when there's a big problem, obviously know when to tackle that. So when you're at work, put your focus into work and positive energies to take over into it. And then obviously when you're outside of work, that's when you can focus back on dealing with the problems that you got to resolve them and use that positive energy to transfer. So that's as easy as how to do it. Dean, learn to segment obviously your life into the different areas, and of course there is a lot more than this, but then what you can learn to do is focus on the stuff that's going right. That will expand and take that positive energy and transfer it into the areas that aren't working so well. It'll actually help deal with a lot of the problems in those areas. And it's as simple as that for today, guys. I said it was going to be a very short and simple one today. Answering Dean's question there on when you've got challenges in your life, how can you still stay positive? Just use that segmentation, guys. In life, there is going to be a lot of stuff that gets thrown at you, but a lot of that stuff is small in comparison to your whole life. So learn to segment that out. Obviously, if it is big problems and big challenges, deal with them, but at the right time. Obviously, if there's different areas that obviously you need to take positive energy into, i.e. in sales, obviously focus on the areas that are going really well. Let that expand, take that positive energy and transfer it over to those other segments. So, end of episode 9, guys. We've actually got quite a few questions stacked up now, because I did go off on a few episodes on stuff that I wanted to talk about, so we are going to dive back into that list. If you have any more questions on any of the episodes that I've ran, or something that you need to deal with yourself, whether this be in sales, in life, or anything, send me an email at pistolpeaktraining@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. I put up some little posts every now and then, so you guys can use that as motivation for yourself. And we are launching our new Facebook page as well soon. Click subscribe on the video below. Make sure you don't miss out on any of the other videos. Once we have 100 subscribers, we can change this awful URL to something really easy at youtube.com/pistolpeaktraining. Something easy for people to follow. So, subscribe below, guys. Send in those questions. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week.